time. Latest edition of Bengals Nation and Kroger OTR Eatery, brought to you by Rally House. Gary Miller and Chris Frankel with you, and as always, getting defensive, Mike Hilton and Vonn Bell, and today they brought along a guy they're glad they don't have to cover. Tyler Boyd is our special guest, and of course, David Fulcher will be along. I know he's usually lurking. Oh, there he is! So now we know we can get started on a fourth straight week of Bengals Nation following a victory. Over to the guys.
We got to actually stay home this past Sunday, and it was a nice day at the stadium, I'd say, getting another win over the Kansas City Chiefs. Take me through that.
Man, you know, that was a big win for us. Obviously, basing off last year, facing them in the AFC Championship and coming out victorious, that was big. So we're just trying to keep that trend going. We know to get where we want to go, you know, we're going to have to go through teams like that, and like I said, that was a big win for us.
Yeah, it was a great day at the office for the guys, and we're glad we came on top. Great team win, playing complimentary football throughout the 60 minutes, and man, we just came on top, and we did what we had to do, and we just got to keep on striving and keep on building momentum going into this week.
All right, you got Cleveland this week. We won't have to bring up what happened on Halloween. It wasn't a fun time. To see the Browns, in-state rival, they're different this time because of who's at quarterback. They get guys back on the defense. Is it almost like seeing a different team than you saw a couple weeks ago?
Not too much. Obviously, the quarterback situation is different, but we know, especially on the defensive end, everything runs through Nick Chubb. So we know we got to turn him around and try to make him one-dimensional and, you know, put the ball in the quarterback hands who hasn't played in a long time, man. You know, so it's just us trying to find ways to win and be competitive.
Yeah, like Mike said, he's the heartbeat. 24, Nick Chubb's the heartbeat of the offense. And you got to take the ball out of his hands and really get him behind the sticks early on in the early down so you don't get him in third and manageable because they can still run the ball to him. But, you know, Deshaun looks rusty on film, but he's still capable. And he's been an all-star in this league before, so we just got to really put it in his hands and he really show us what he's capable of.
How big would it be? I know the Browns have had your number for a little while. To break that streak, get that win, inch a little closer to the postseason.
It'll be big. We treating every game like a playoff game, and obviously we know this game means a lot to the city of Cincinnati, and you know we just want to go out there and come out with a win for the city.
I think feel like the world lifted off of us and the pressure lifted off of us, but it'll be a great win for sure and a great sport. Like you said, we got to have it now. So that's the mindset of the locker room and the mindset of the coaches. So that's what we're feeding off of.
All right, these guys coming back in just a few minutes. For now, let's send over to Gary with the head coach, Zac Taylor.
Last year it turned into why not us? Give me the origin of what it's meant to the team to say they got to play us.
Well, we're just going into this stretch of December games, and a lot's being made of who we're playing, where we're playing. We don't care about any of that. It's just if we can control and play up to our potential, because we know we've got all the talent we need in the locker room. We've got the right guys. If we take care of our business, then people got to come see us at our best, and so that's what our mentality is right now.
What's it mean to have beaten them 3 times now in pretty critical situations?
Well, they're really the model of consistency in the AFC right now. You know, they've been to the last 4 AFC Championship games, so they've been there, done that. You know that every year in and year out, they're going to be towards the top of the record holder there and in a good position going to the playoffs. So, you know, that's where we want to be. We want to be a couple years from now, that model of consistency that's been there in the playoffs and gotten the job done and win division titles, and we haven't accomplished that yet, but they have. So it's good to beat a team like that in December that knows how to play December football. That's a good victory for us.
One of my favorite reactions you had post-game was the story filling up at the gas station. And the stuff you hear. Can you kind of replay that scene for us, what it's like when Zac Taylor goes to the local gas station and they see who it is?
Yeah, it was I don't know how often I have to fill up my gas tank, maybe every 2 or 3 weeks it feels like. I don't drive a lot, but myself and my dad were filling up, and cars were yelling "Who Dey" as they came down the street, and of course I'm decked out head to toe. I never am in Bengals gear, but I was just on the way to the game, so I had it on. And yeah, it was good. You could feel the energy. I hit up my Starbucks, you know, and you could feel good energy in there leading up to the game, so I knew that the city was going to be behind us yesterday.
I saw you yesterday post-game, you know, you get a lot of opportunities with the boys to experience football, but I saw you with Emma and Millie after the game.
Yeah.
How are they getting into this NFL thing?
Yeah, Emma, Claire, and Millie, they know their stuff. They know the opponents we do not like. They love spending time talking about the teams that we're not too fond of. So they've done a good job learning the Cincinnati way there. But again, they're more about the outfits. They wanted to show me the Bengals T-shirt they bought at the pro shop, and my wife had them on some tiger print jacket or something. So that's more what they're into. But they knew that we won, and they knew that Dad was going to be happy.
We look ahead to Cleveland and what the return of Deshaun Watson means to a team they haven't beaten in the Joe Burrow era.
Faux Rocks Locks, sponsored by Hawksworth.
David, I'm sorry you went down last week, but I'm going to give you your first step to the tee. What do you got this week?
Well, I'm thinking that the Titans are hungry.
I should say.
I think they're hungry. So I'm going to take the Titans, who are given – hey, who are they playing again?
Jacksonville. Jags.
Jacksonville, that's right. I'm sorry. That's all those football things.
Oh, we're leaving that in.
We are giving the Jags 4, but I'm going to take the Titans. I think they'll beat them.
Okay, now we're going to do something we've never done before.
Well, we're tied.
I'm up to 6-6. Chris is down to 6-6. We're going to pick the same game.
It is the Steelers and Ravens, and somehow Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5. Obviously, Lamar's not playing, Gary. I didn't think Pittsburgh would be favored in a single game this year, but here we are. This is the NFL. Who are you taking?
Uh-oh.
The Steelers need to win this game because the Bengals are going to beat the Browns, and when the Steelers beat the Ravens, the Bengals will be alone in first place.
I like that.
I'm giving you 2.5.
All right, I'm saying Tyler Huntley's a pretty good quarterback. Ravens, I think they put it together. He's a much better downfield passer than Lamar. I'm taking the Ravens.
Here we go, Steelers. Here
and
we
it's
go.
going to decide first place in Full Rock Locks, too.
Getting Defensive, sponsored by Blake Maisland.
And today we got a real special guest, man.
Big levels.
Y'all, big levels. Y'all love them. Y'all know them. Y'all give a warm welcome to Tyler Boyd.
There you go. Let's do it, TB. That's good.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
TB, what's going on, man? What's up?
Ain't nothing, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, appreciate you coming, man. We're going to get straight to it. You've been here 7 years, man. You've been through different coaching styles and different teammates. Just tell me how much the culture and the team has changed over your whole career.
Man, it's just been tough throughout my whole journey, man, here, but just seeing the change go on with different players and coaches, I think this was the most unified team I've been a part of. Just starting from back then from Marvin, playing with AJ Green, and now I'm kind of the leader of the group now, and just transforming into the leader of the team, and just trying to keep it positive.
For sure. But what drives you, TB?
I want to say my family. I have a young daughter that's 9 years old. And I just dedicate everything to my family, and first and foremost, but I also do it for the fans, and my teammates, but I just love winning.
Being in that huddle with Joe Burrow, man, just tell us how he is, how he commands the huddle, how he just leads you guys.
Man, I think, Joe just simplifies all of our jobs, man. He's the best quarterback I ever played with in my life. Not just saying that because
there we go. That's facts.
I'm not just saying that because he's our quarterback, but just sitting down in the meeting rooms with him and how he take work every day and just how he command the huddle. He's so poised. He never let things get over his head. He's just super calm and keep our jobs easy.
I like that. Who's the best? Speaking of Joe Burrow, who's the best ping pong player in the locker room?
Yeah, it kind of gets real intense in the ping pong games in the locker room, and I would love to say myself, but I'm gonna be real. I want to be real about it. I want to say Trent Taylor. Trent Taylor.
TT. You
Trent,
top 5 though. I give you top 5.
Top 5 for sure. But TT always giving me a run for my money.
You got the most reliable hands, so I just have to ask.
He went there.
What happened on the touchdown drop on Sunday?
He went there.
It's all good. It's all good. I just pride myself in everything I do, and just, dropping that ball, it hurt me. But at the end of the day, I know the caliber of play that I bring to the table and on the field, that, you know, things like that. I'm going to continue to go out there, play by play, next play, and just make up for it, you know. But I would say I'm the most reliable hand catcher, but obviously I dropped that easy money. But other than that, I would say T. Higgins.
What do you mean by big levels?
So when I say big levels, it just means, you know, I'm just achieving another level ahead of the person that I'm performing against.
There we go.
Point blank, period. Basically, I'm better than you are.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Levels to
I
this.
love it. I love the confidence. But, man, TB, we appreciate you coming on the show, man. You know, we still got business to handle, got 5 weeks left. So, you know, let's take it one game at a time, my boy.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all for coming and supporting this, man. This is dope, real dope, real dope. And I don't like to say promises, but we're going to get the dub for y'all. We're going to get that dub. We're going to get that dub.
Earning Your Stripes, sponsored by Rally House.
What tape of Deshaun Watson is most relevant for you? Is it the one game he's now played, or go back to his Texans days with a guy with that much time off? What's going to be the most relevant thing to prepare for him?
Well, we played him, you know, his second to last game as a player in Houston, week 16, I believe it was. So we're familiar with him and some of the things that he does really well. At the same time, they last week they had a very similar model to what they've had in the past with Jacoby. They got a couple new things that they put in there. It's going to continue to evolve, I'm sure, from week to week, you know, as he gets more comfortable in what they're doing. But at the end of the day, they got a great O-line. They have a great running back, really good receivers as well. Their defense is healthy and playing really fast. Probably healthy for one of the few times they've been all healthy this year. And so it's a defense that we got a lot of respect for as well.
Now you've got, with Joe, when he eventually gets back, you got Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine. Have some similarities, but Samaje is like that battering ram, that bully running that just, when he hits these guys, they know it. How has that helped enhance your running attack?
Well, it's a great combination to have, you know, and especially going into this last stretch of the season. You know, there's going to be times you got to lean on your run game, critical plays and critical stretches of games. And so to have two guys that you have confidence in can get it done, and really even beyond that with Travion and Chris, we feel like we're in a real good place there.
Samaje is a man of few words. He's just a quiet sort of leader, and he leads by the way he plays. But how have you developed a rapport with him, with a guy who just doesn't say much? He just wants his game to speak.
Well, he's a great guy. You know, he's not going to be the rah-rah guy or anything like that. That's not what he needs to be. He's a family man. He's married. He's got kids, and lives right by my parents in Norman, Oklahoma. You know, lives right beyond them. So we've got a lot of connections going back to his time at OU and time he's spent in my neighborhood at FCA and some people I know. So we got a lot of connections. We've all had a great relationship, and I got a lot of respect for how Samaje does his business.
Next stop, the Telestrator. Hard to tell what was the most influential play. The forced fumble, the late sack, the 3rd and 11 on the final drive. See how Zac draws it up.
Coach Taylor's Breakdown, sponsored by EverDry.
The first one here is this low red zone play that we're in a bear front right here. We're going to bring pressure off the edge and bring Logan inside as well. And DJ does a great job. So we're zeroed out behind this thing. And so, again, he's going to try to go to Kelsey, which is tough. They got in a stack release right there. But you're going to see DJ for the second week in a row getting his hands up and knocking this ball down. And great job. Almost getting a pick there by Mike Hilton coming off the backside as you watch here from the end zone. So, again, great job by DJ. Awareness that the ball is about to come out, getting the tip, and then you can see Mike coming here off the backside here and almost is able to pick it off and take 3 points off the board. Next one here, you're going to see it's great pressure and a 4-man rush by Trey Hendrickson coming off the backside. They do a great job finding Kelsey. We held Kelsey to no catches in the first half, which is just tremendous effort by our guys. But Jermaine just never giving up on this play, you know, and he knows we're going to be able to secure the tackle with the other defender, so he's able to just rip and pull that ball out, and leads to a critical turnover that allowed the offense to go score 7 points and take the lead and keep control of the game throughout the final whistle. So really great job. You can see here, great pressure here by Trey Hendrickson, getting a hit on Mahomes. You know, he fits it in a really tight window, but again, guys fronting up and being ready to make the tackle, and Jermaine Pratt getting that ball out like he always does. That's a great job by Jermaine and the whole defense. This is their last offensive play of the game. Ball's on the 33-yard line. They need a touchdown to take the lead, field goal to tie it. And you're going to see Joseph Asai here at the top. Just, again, relentless pursuit of the quarterback here. Beats the left tackle up and under. Mahomes moves around. and Joseph just never stops. They do all these drills where they're running these loops, trying to run these edges. That's what they do in their drill time, and great job by Joseph Ossai going there and making that sack, making them lose a couple yards where they had to kick a 55-yarder. And this is really the best part. All these guys, you can see the great coverage there, Joseph finishing the play. But again, all these guys here, the celebration with Joseph, really happy, for the second-year player. Shows what kind of connected team we got there. And then the offensive side of the ball, we're just going to be in a 2-by-2 right here. And we're just running double slant up top. And so Mitch is going to occupy that first defender inside. He's going to take him with him, so there's a nice void in there. Even though it looks like it's tight coverage, it's enough for Burrow to be able to fit that ball in there, and then T just have a great physical run and finish off that play with the touchdown, which is awesome. And that was great on our first 2 drives. To be able to go down the field and score and take that early lead and get control of the game was really good. And then this is a speed break quick. So we were out of the huddle. You can see how quickly our guys get their feet set. We're in a non-normal formation here. We got Jamar Chase in the backfield. We got T. Higgins over here, and then we got the running back all the way up top with Chris Evans. And so you can see they're trying to match us in coverage, but there's confusion over here because now Jamar's in the backfield. We were quick out of the huddle. We got our cleats set. We went on the first sound, and so they don't have a chance to really match the way they want. And that's why Chris Evans is turned free, and that's the objective with the play. And you can see here as we broke out of the huddle, guys getting their cleats in the ground, getting set, so there's no false starts, no illegal shifts. Burrow does a great job buying time. It's really good in the protection here, and everyone does a great job making sure that we can get that 6 points. This is the last play of the game here, so we're just going to end up in a 3-by-1, and we're just going to run slant, flat, and the tight end's going to sit over the ball. And these slant routes, more often than not, can get you 10 yards. It was 3rd and 11. So we just went to a play where we were going to let our 2 outside receivers work one-on-one. And as you can see, they're going to double Jamar down here at the bottom and try to take him out of the picture. They're going to put safety over the top of TB and T. So T essentially just gets a one-on-one on the slant route. It's really tight coverage there by number 23, the rookie corner. And T just finds enough space there to get in there. And you can see Burrow, he really could not have thrown this ball anywhere differently. He fits it in about that one centimeter right in front of Williams' hands there to allow T to run through that catch and get us a 13-yard gain on 3rd and 11. That allowed us to take a knee and go win it. So really good execution by all those guys.
What is it going to take to finally beat the Browns? We'll check back in with the head coach, Zac Taylor, when we return.
This is my glory.
Chris's Star Matchup, sponsored by Gold Star.
For the matchup this week, it could have gone a lot of different ways. Could have said Myles Garrett against Jonah Williams. Could have been Nick Chubb against the Bengals run defense. Both those guys have given the Bengals problems in the past. But in this rematch of the Battle for Ohio, there are 2 significant players, one on each side of the rivalry, that weren't there on Halloween night. For the Bengals, it's obvious, it's Jamar Chase. For the Browns, it's Denzel Ward, their top cornerback, arguably one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. The Bengals passing offense had problems getting open downfield without Chase. The Browns secondary was really good on Halloween night. If they want a chance to upset the Browns and win for the first time in a while against those rivals in Cleveland, they need to have Jamar Chase effective against Denzel Ward, who has had success against Joe Burrow. Remember, a 99-yard pick six last year when they played at Paycor Stadium.
I got a great relationship with Denzel. We were in the same class at Ohio State coming out of high school, and so I love Denzel. I've been around him a long time. He's a great player. Always fun talking with him during and after the games, so I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Keys to the Game, sponsored by Kia.
Coach, the schedule's really weird this year. Each year with the 17 game, the other conference gets the extra home game. So this is the first time you guys have had back-to-back home games. How good is that going to feel, and what's it going to take to make it back-to-back wins and finally get over that Cleveland hump?
Yeah, it is nice to be at home for a stretch. It does feel like it's been a strange year that way. We played really well at home. We fed off the energy of our crowd. And so it'll be nice to have a 1 p.m. home game, and I know our crowd's going to be amped up for it. Cleveland's a great team. They've obviously got us the last couple times we played against them, but I think our guys are going to have a great week of prep and we'll be ready to go.
For the first time all season, the Bengals have back-to-back home games. Watch them apply some payback to the last team they lost to, the Browns, Sunday at 1 on your home of the Bengals, and catch Bengals Nation every Saturday night at 11:35 on Local 12.
How important is it, especially at this point of the season, everybody's tired, everyone's a little dinged up, to have something fun like that you guys can do kind of away from football and kind of cut loose a little bit?
I think it's good for the team, you know, because I just feel like it's good bonding time. You know, guys just being around each other, bonding, getting to know each other, and just competing. You know, because that's what we're here for. We're all competitors, and we just want to stick together with anything we do.
Yeah, I think it's good for the brotherhood, and you know, guys should really just sitting there and just sit on their phones, but we're being interactive with each other and really getting to know one each other and really competing, like he said. It get competitive at times for sure, but it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
I want you guys to relate to both sides of the ball. The catch against Miami, 72 yards, you're all alone. When you're all alone, you see there's nobody near me. What's that feeling like on the football field?
Oh, man, it's probably one of the best feelings because when I'm just out in the field, down the field, knowing that I got an opportunity to score, you know, a lot of things going through my mind. What I'm going to do when I score, just how I'm going to catch it, just a lot of things, you know. But at the end of the day, I just take it day by day, play by play, just go out there and just make the play and finish and do what you can.
It doesn't happen to a Vonn Bell cover, but if you happen to see a guy all alone, it's probably a blown coverage somewhere, right? What's it like when you see the back of somebody?
Run. Just run. Don't worry about where the ball is. Just go get him. That is all we think about.
Like Mike said, he said enough.
Run.
Run. That doesn't supposed to be the happening.
TB told us in our when we did Under the Helmet, in the off season, getting ready for the season, that you were the top lifter in the wide receiver room. Does that still hold?
The top
and how would that compare with the DB room?
I said, huh?
The top what?
He said receiver.
Lifter. They don't lift in the receiver
They
room.
don't. Planet Fitness. Band work, resistance. It's okay.
Check them numbers.
Who is the strongest receiver?
Me.
Oh.
But Chase is pretty strong. And Stanley's pretty strong too.
I can see Stan. Yeah.
Who's the strongest DB?
This man right here in the middle. Every day, 6:45 in the morning, he lifted.
Every day.
Tell him, B, go ahead.
It's part of my routine. It's part of my routine.
Go ahead.
Monday through Thursday, you know. Then I hit Pilates 3 times a week. So I just stay in my little routine.
Let's bring in our audience to the post-game celebration. The last thing you guys say is, "Hooray!"